Everybody, welcome back to Sky Factory 4, episode 2 with me, Sid, and I've just made a whole bunch of torches. There's a alien down there, not the real one, just a mob, who is somewhat deader than they were a few moments ago. First things first, these walls, no proof against bouncy creepers. Yeah, they just came through this like it was going out of fashion. However, what I want to do while it's daylight and people are dropping pink stuff, a bit stereotyped, I want to get as much of the surrounding area around our base lit, just so I can work, especially at the moment while I've got no means of. There's somebody with a name tag down there. Obviously not, again, a person. It's going to be a NPC mob. Hey, go away, you annoying little YouTuber. Oh, that was a little bit more intense than you really want. Anyway, let's continue trying to make this area as safe as humanly possible. Doesn't have to be all spawn proof, just has to be, you know, mostly spawn proof. I'll settle for mostly. At least maybe halfway around the entire, you know, if we're halfway around the block, then we should be able to feel reasonably safe in our own home. Maybe. See, that is exactly what we're talking about. Look at him. Just sat there. Hi. Come on then. This is just an ordinary one, not a bouncy. But enough to make you nervous. Yeah. So just a little bit of spamming torches to start off this episode, and then we're going to push some of these saplings. Just make sure I'm not going to get anybody on my head. I've got a whole load more charcoal going as well, so not just this. If you don't want, can I? Oh, sorry, pig. Nothing personal, you understand. I just wanted that food. So that's this side done. Now, I'm not going, you'll note I'm not heading into the buildings. That would be foolish. The buildings have spawners in them, for one. But we will use that to get back onto our side. So there's up there, a little bit up there, just to get this. I'm not so worried about right over there, but I would like to get over this at this edge here done as well. So let me quickly do that, and I shall be right back with you. All right, so we got everything up there done. We didn't get round to there or up there, so that's an area to do another time. But we've done quite a lot of this now, including all the way down there and all the way, most of the way over to that side. So yeah, I feel a little bit safer. Not a lot, but a little. Let's push on, because the element of this that is going to make this, obviously there's lots of more charcoal there, that's going to make this work is getting through some of these quests, and we are going to need to go to a bone sapling. Bone sapling requires a petrified sapling and bone meal, and I still do not have enough bone meal. Now bone, obviously, we can we can. Okay, fine. Did we have the? We don't have the drop information, do we? Or do we? Let me just check. No. Bone blocks, truffles, and bone essence, and we just need to basically spawn some skeletons to get that one. Okay, we're still stuck on that for the time being. However, slop in a bucket, we can craft a clay tree, use a clay tree to craft and fire a clay bucket. So clay, I did do a bit of clay tree growing. So clay we can do with this clay resin, clay acorns, and we can make a bunch of those, and that will be good and wonderful. Put those away for the time being, and then dig these up and turn them into blobs. That's all good, and we can make an unfired clay bucket by that's a barrel. All right. Oh yeah, of course. I always, for some reason, I always think you make flower pots like that, and of course it's with bricks. So that's going to go in there. We may. I'm now going to get bones when I've lit everything up. That's kind of awkward. Well, we'll cross that bridge as when we come to it. Let's get this buckety thing done. There's our bucket, so that should be everything there. Now we need a cottonwood sapling. Cottonwood, I think, needs the bone. I think we are stuck on that one. Needs bone meal, vines, and a jungle sapling. Jungle sapling we can get by putting that in with. Yeah, all right. I remember the routine. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to need to get vines. Vines we can get by drying a jungle sapling on a drying rack. So we're going to need 2 jungle saplings. Jungle saplings we will get by using a bottle of mud with a clay sapling. Mud is made in a cauldron with dirt. Now we've not made a cauldron yet, so we need to find out how to do that for starters. Cauldron. Probably an oak one will be fine. Let's go with this cobblestone cauldron, just because it's going to have more than one use. There's a cauldron. Then we need to put water. If we go into the cauldron uses, we can get water. Water we can get by jumping on saplings in there. How many saplings have I got of what? Just keep a few of those. I'll keep a few more. In fact, I only need, 10, don't I? No, I need 20. I need 2 buckets worth to make an infinite water source. So we shall break this. Get rid of whatever that was in there. It was some kind of silly sap stuff. And we'll just do that. That should be 2 buckets of water, and for the time being we'll go here, and then we can pop you in there, and we need some dirt, I believe. Gives me 4 bottles of mud, and then we take clay saplings, to get 2 of those, and 1 of those we dry, yeah, and the other one we'll keep. In fact, I've got plenty of clay saplings. Let me get a couple of jungle saplings left to keep in the in the box. We're going to need to get more space, aren't we, at this rate? Because I'm kind of picking up stuff left, right and centre. But yeah, we're early doors right now. Still waiting on that to dry. As soon as that's done, I'll be back. Alright, we can definitely get 3. Do you get 3 per, and I need 6, so we're still stuck waiting on that for the thingy, but that should give me the cottonwood sapling, which means we can at least sleep the night off. There is a bouncy creeper over this way somewhere, and there was an android up there, but he seems to have moved on, which is good. Let me do that. 4 string, wow. And we'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll just check what the next step is before. So this stuff we can use to make cottonwood amber, we can use it to make paper, and those things we can use to make cottonwood saplings or chicken seeds. Really? Doesn't seem OP at all. Let me grow, oh god, where we are. Let me grow a few more of these for starters, and really could do with a skeleton or something just to come and take an interest. I think I've been too efficient in that aspect. That's a pain. I can always take up some of the torches from over there. That will help, I'm sure. Right, let me get enough for a bed, and yeah, I'll be back. Cancel. Back. I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've deliberately taken out all the torches on this side, so when we get to night time it will be more spawny. Give us a chance of getting those skeletons. I have gone up here and moved up there and covered all of that platform, and a little bit of that roof is now covered. Again, should just reduce the spawns immediately that can kind of come down and land on our heads. We have got, however, those, which means that we can now get a bed when we don't need one. The great irony of this should not be lost. We'll just place you there, and we'll set a new spawn point, and that will be good. We'll pop those away in there along with that. I've moved all of my saplingy bits up there. Now, our next mission in... Oh, we need to right click on a bed. I have done, there we go. That's done. So next thing is we need to get the bone sapling, and we also need to do the palm sapling. Well, not palm, it's a sand sapling is actually what it should be called, because that's what it is. And you get that by sand acorns on a petrified sand. Well, that's not clearly how you do it. There must be another way of getting that. Not according to that. That's interesting. Hang on then. Let me just go and have a quick peek at that. Craft a sand sapling. Sand acorns. How do we... there we go. Sap with a gravel acorn. And sap you get by jumping on any petrified acorn. Will give you saps. Let's have a look there. Should have some I've only got the one petrified. Gravel. Sand. I need a couple more then, don't I? Gravel, sapling. Yeah, we'll run this for a little bit, and push through. Ideally, I'd like to get to the point where I've got iron saplings. What do we get there? Another 3. That's more than adequate. We'll eat that as well. Well, we'll make a pound on that, I should say. And we shall eat one of these. Can you? You've got no way of planting those. You can use a juicer to make. Then it gives you a little bit, and a juicer is a button and some stone. That seems cheap enough. I'll cook one of them. That will certainly improve our situation a little bit there. And when we use those, we use them around a petrified sapling. Petrified sapling. That will give us a sand sapling. Cool. And that combined with one of... Don't like it. It's making me scared. Must be smooth stone then. Yep. I mean, we're not in any danger because we've got a massive great glass dome over our heads. But what we are missing is... I want a skeleton to spawn. I don't want a skeleton horseman. Well, we'll take our chances. What's the worst that can happen? Oh yes, we could die. That's the worst that could happen. Malaberry juice and raspberry juice. Okay, well that's a thing. What can we do with you? Oat or note? We can make a beef stew. My God, that is filling. Okay, put that away for now, and put that away, and that away. So we got the sand sapling. That's what we need to do. Let's go out here and grow the sand sapling, and then we'll, we'll do the thing and more for the thing with more thing. Yeah, let me get this done. Back in a sec. All right, got the gravel. So armed with that, we shall grab a bucket of you. Makes 4 bottles. Everything in this pack seems to have gone bottles rather than buckets, or even milli buckets. Which would make a degree of sense. So we need a petrified sapling. Petrified sapling. With a bunch of that around the outside. There's our bone sapling, and we need to go and grow you up big and strong so we can make the next sapling. This is, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I must admit it's interesting, and it's a variation on the sifting for definite. We are going to have to get some food planted before long as well, because these guys are starting to look very tasty. No, I'm not going to eat it, honest. Right, so what do we need to do next? From there, we need to make tin resin. Okay, so tin resin. Let's go, yeah, just put the word tin amber. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yes, it is. Tin amber. And tin amber is usually made with a tin sapling, blah, 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 makes tin, which you can then smelt and does its thing. In fact, if you smelt it, it gets you tin, or you can put it in a melter to get 2, or you can put it in a smeltery to get 2. So it's basically tin ore. However, we need to get that without having a tin sapling. So we need 4 bone, 2 gravel, 2 clay. 2 clay. That's cotton. 1, 2, 3, 4 bone. 2 gravel. And a flint, was that, I think? bone, clay, gravel, flint, tin amber. Tin amber makes obviously that, and the tin sapling, we need to pour 1 ingot of tin onto a birch sapling, and for that we're going to need to start playing with tinkers. I'm also going to need to start checking how long I've been recording, so I'll be back in a second and we'll push on. See you in a moment. Alright, first things first, we need to get gravel. We're going to need 4 gravel, 4 sand and a block of clay. So we're going to basically do this. How do I need 5 sand? I tell a lie. So I need to make a piece of glass as well. But this will get us to, come on, grow down here, grow. There you go. So this one is, we're going to do the gravel first, and we need 4 gravel. So I need basically another 12 of those. I'm going to repair my stone crook and, no, try that. As I say, hunger is going to be more of an issue. I need 16, don't I? So I'm going to need another. I'm going to need another craft of that. It's not a major problem. We've always got acorns we can eat and we can cook them, so that's fine also. But if I take my gravel and do 1 more, and I shall, in fact, before I do those, I'm going to finish off this dried up sugar cane, which is pretty rubbish. I'm going to repeat that with sand to get 4 sand blocks, 5 sand blocks I should say, and we definitely got enough of that now. And I will also get a clay, so I don't need to do clay, but I'm going to do it anyway just because I can. I could get away with not bothering with the clay. I do, however, need to, with the clay sapling, but I do, however, definitely need to do the sand. So I will bat this for a while, and I'll be back in a sec. All right, so we should be good to get our clay block. We should be good to get our gravel blocks. 4 of, and we should be good to get our sand blocks. 4 of. 6 of, that's fine, we'll have the lot, and we shall pop all of this lot back in there. We're going to take 4 of those with 4 of those and 1 of those to make 16 grout. We'll cook one of those up to make glass. I think we will need slightly more because we're going to need yeah, we're definitely going to need slightly more gravel and slightly more things. This will only make the melter and the top. Now we could skip this entirely and just go straight to tinkers, but then you miss out on the progression, and yeah, not, oops, let me just pick that up and stick a torch down underneath it and then stick that there, and if we put some cobble in we should get lava. However, we've only got 1 clay bucket, so we are going to need to 1, 2, 3 make another clay bucket, because that's gonna, actually we don't need lava for the melter, do we? That's a good point. It's solid fuel on that. It's a very good point, in fact. Damn it. Oh well, no worries. I will, however, need to get slightly more grout, because so I need to do more sand and more clay. I'm not going to faff around with clay because I've got it. Gravel, and we will need the sand acorns and gravel acorns and the gravel resin and the sand resin, just so I know how much we've got. Let's have a peek outside. We should be, all of these are underneath the caves running on right underneath this thing, so real pain in the backside, but there you go. So most of the mobs you hear now are hidden, and we're safe from them. But I still, even though I feel confidently safe, I'm not bothering crooking because we've got a whole load of saplings. So I need 16 and 4 5s. Yeah, 20. So I definitely need more resin, but we get that from this anyway, so that's not a problem. And that's why I keep my eye out, because look, now he's not going to survive this fall from there, but if that was a smaller building, he could potentially get to us. Yeah, need another sand sapling, so I'll do these, be back in a sec. Now while I think about it, there is such a thing in this pack, and one of the achievements, which I don't really that bothered about, but it will save a little bit of space, is a slab furnace and slab chests and all these things, so we should be okay. Let's take you out. I think we only need to do one of these to get the achievement. Stop slabbing yourself, so we will stop slabbing ourselves. Sounds rude. And we'll pop the slab furnace there. Let me grab that. They only stack to half the size because they are furnaces, they're half the size, but it does mean that I can do 8 and 8. Now while that is doing, I do need to, should have some cobble somewhere. Where did I, there it is. Haven't got a huge amount of cobble, we're going to have to be a bit cautious with it, but we are going to build a cobble gen before long. That goes there, I think, like that. Is it? No, like that. There you go. That's a seared heater, and then it's that. No, seared melter. So the seared heater will go there. The seared melter will go on top. That needs some fuel, and that has a number of items, one of which will include some tin. And once we've got enough of these, we can do that and stick you on the side. How am I going to make the cast? That's a good hang on, let me just check something. Use to melt it into molten tin and pour into a casting basin or cast. Pour the tin over a... Yes, that's right. So then we make a casting table. At this stage it's just a casting table. It's got 2 ingots of tin in there, and we will take a birch sapling and cast it. And that is our first metal, which is, in fact, I'm going to F2 on that. That's going to be my screenshot, I think, even though there's a thing. There's our tin sapling, which takes us to the first metal items. We've also should have got there. We haven't got the alloy tank, and we haven't done the porcelain tank, seared tank or porcelain tank. We'll do that anyway at some point, because we'll need to make a porcelain tank. Oh yeah, that's all good. We still need to do that. I suppose we can, oh no, that's not going to help me. We can do that in there, grab those ones out and keep them. What we should do is come out here. Always, you know, it's amazingly how people forget habits. Habits are really bad. And the reason I say this is simply this: you spend a bit of time playing and you make your space safe. You know, you've got lots of safety going on. You know, you don't have to worry about things. It's all good and great and wonderful. And then, I don't think I'm going to really ever use a dirt acorn. Are you going to dry on there? You are. And I'm just wondering what else I've forgot. Any other acorns I'm not going to use much of. It's a petrified one, just to use up, get a little bit of space going. So, consequently, you kind of go, oh, I'm so used to everything being safe. I wonder what boom. And that one occasion where you come out and a bouncy creeper who can get over this fence. Not like that, it won't. Wow. Well, he nearly went then. But that's case in point. You know, you come out and you're so used to things being safe that you don't even consider for a second they might not be. Anyway, that should be, hopefully. Do you not? Or is it a case of a cooking job? Maybe it's a case of a cooking job here. Let's do it then. Bonk. We'll have a petrified acorn for tea. That's always good. And while we're at it, we shall grab that. That gives us a bucket of lava to play with, which is great. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you soon. And bye for now.